Hello everybody, Mr. Hollywood here with Jack Phelan Jeep Dodge Chrysler Ram, bringing you yet another episode today of our special vehicles. We have a 2021 Ram ProMaster 1500, 136-inch wheelbase today with the high roof in beautiful cherry red. They call this the deep cherry red. Now you will see not a lot of changes have occurred on the exterior, and that is because these are the beloved features of the ProMaster, like the 3 front part fascia that divides into 3 pieces. So you have 1 piece, 2nd piece, 3rd piece. If you get into a small fender bender, it is easy and inexpensive to replace each piece. They're about $68, $69 at this point in time, so that means very easy to replace, very inexpensive to replace. The lights are also pushed back, the bumper protruding outwards, which means if you get into a small fender bender, the likelihood of having large expenses, such as replacing lights, is not there anymore. You have nice, large, oversized mirrors that adorn the sides. And these do have a blind spot mirror on the bottom and a regular full-size mirror up top. There is an option to have a power. Not all of them are. I think this one in particular does have the power mirrors though. The 136-inch wheelbase designation means it's from the center of the front wheel to the center of the back wheel. You have 136 inches. 136-inch designation also means about 10 feet of room in the cargo space, which is pretty nice and long enough to consider fitting most of your goodies and pallets and whatnot in there. The side door is a wide opening. You can easily fit a pallet through here, and the step-in height is only 21 inches, which means it's easier to step into. You don't have to make large hops if you're shorter or if it's harder. Now this one comes with the Expediter package, which means you have the wood composite floor, you have the side panels, which allow you to have less road noise, and also comes with the back here to cover your seats from the front, so that way your cargo, however heavy, will not hit the drivers. This is a nice separation of cabin and cargo space. You also still have your shelf up top here you have access to for tools or smaller items that you may want to take that you want to separate from the cargo. Of course, the beauty of the ProMaster is that it is upfittable to whatever your heart desires, really. The reason for that is the nearly 90-degree walls, which make it easier for upfitters to install shelves, drawers, whatever you wanna put on here, hooks, whatnot. It's all up to you. You can also install lights and everything like that. That's extra. It's optional. Now, height. You may see that I'm standing in here and I have plenty of room. The height is 76 inches, right about. I'm 6 feet tall, so I still have some room left there, and I can easily stand in here. You can easily fit a pallet on top of a pallet in here, depending, of course, on how high you stack them. But it's a lot of room. It makes it more comfortable for those of you that are going to use this not for expediting, for example, but let's say for construction. Easy to grab your tools. You don't have to crawl low anymore like you used to back in the day. Also, utilizing that space, the 10 feet is from ends to the beginning. You also have the in-between wheel well width, which is about 58 inches. The doors, when they open, the side to side, are about 76 inches of width. So that's a lot of awesome things. And the doors in the back open up to 260 degrees, which means that you can easily get around tighter areas of the city. Let's say you're trying to park in an alley and you gotta move your cargo around. It's more maneuverable this way. And the bumper, of course, unlike some of our competition, is load bearing, meaning I can easily stand on it and jump and it will be just fine. You do have the towing capacity in here. This one does come with a tow hitch. When properly equipped, you have about 5,100 pounds of towing capacity in these vans, which is quite a bit. As far as payload, you have right about 3,600, 3,800 pounds, but I'll write the details for you in the description because they do change year to year. They do go up a little bit and increase. The engine on this one is a 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar, which is renowned and beloved for its reliability, durability, and capacity. You also will see that the Ram ProMaster brand has stuck to its awesome upstanding backup cameras that are up top, so you can see everything, including if there's like a higher bar that you might hit with a regular car if a camera is positioned in the center. That's pretty much it for the exterior. We're gonna hop into the interior now and show you some of the features, including the fact that this one does have the double passenger seat, which means you could take your crew and have up to 3 people in the vehicle at one time. See you inside. Welcome to the inside of the 2021 Ram ProMaster 1500, 136-inch wheelbase high roof. Of course, a lot of the awesome things that people loved about this cargo van have been maintained, like the front wheel drive. It's still front wheel drive, but it's still designed and positioned in a way where whether you have a load in the back or not, you have awesome traction on the front. Why is that? Well, the wheels do line up right about straight down here, which means the engine is in front of the wheels, putting weight on it from the front, and the cabin with the passengers is putting weight on it from the back. So essentially you have a dual-sided traction bringing weight bearing onto the front wheels, and if you load the back, you will still have that because it balances itself out, which is pretty phenomenal. The interior is still designed with the user in mind, the typical construction delivery driver who's wearing gloves, construction gloves, or warm weather gloves, whatever it may be, and the knobs are oversized, and the touchscreen is a TFT, which means you don't have to use your fingers, you can use a pencil, you can wear gloves, and they don't have to be special gloves because a TFT is pressure sensitive and not finger sensitive like your iPhone might be. You also still have the clipboard to keep your documentation up top safe and secure. 2 glove boxes, one on the bottom, one on the top, for a lot of storage of tools and other documents as well. You also do have a shelf here which has a rubber bottom here that you can remove, and you can use this because you can throw this in the dishwasher. It's dishwasher safe, and clean up that as well. The floors are thought of, and so they're plastic. They're plastic composite, which means you can easily wipe them off, and if you get it muddy or dirty from a work site, it's easy to clean them off. Additionally, they thought about how much water intake you need during a tough job, and they put a lot of cup holders in this van. You have 1 on each side of the door and 3 in the center, which brings you so much space for cup holders, especially when you have 3 possible people in here, because you do have the crew seats here. This is the double passenger seat in the front. It's nice and comfortable for the passengers as well, and you do have some huge side bins on each door that allow you to store some smaller tools, or maybe like a measuring tape or whatever you want to throw in there. There's a lot of space in there. Perhaps a vest for safety. Whatever you plan on storing, it's there. The steering wheel is adjustable, which is nice. You can adjust it up and down to make it easier for yourself to whatever you prefer. You do still have the gear shifter here. You have the ability to go into the drive with the minus or plus, which is the like slapstick. If you need to, you have the towing hauling button right here, and you also have power mirrors, which I mentioned. Now the power mirrors allow you to move both the top and the bottom mirrors. So the blind spot mirror as well as the standard mirror can be moved, and they can be folded in with the push of a button. Additionally, you have the cargo lock right here, and you have your door lock right here, so it's more secure. You can't just hop over and open the doors for the cabin for the driver. Power switches. You have a USB plug right here and an aux plug right here for the driver, so they have the control, and you also have power plugins right here for the passengers. 1 USB and 1 standard. You also have your spin control right here and everything up there. Controls are also here on the steering wheel for volume, for phone answering, for voice controls, because this is a Uconnect system. It's not the new 8-inch screen system, but it is the phenomenal TFT touchscreen with radio, media, trip, phone, and you also can, if you want to, upgrade to one that has the navigation in here, which is powered by TomTom. Lots of lighting, oversized blinds, which allow you to cover both this and that, both this side and that side. You have your handles to hold on, and a phenomenal turning radius on this cargo van. This thing can turn on a dime. It's got a 40-degree turning radius, which means you can turn it on in just about a regular 2-way street, and you can do that in a cargo van. There's not a lot of cars that can turn as well as this van can. I highly recommend you try it or to see it yourself. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more, like our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Mr. Hollywood.